The Mesa Chamber is 100 years old, and we've got a lot of members that have been with us a long time. The combined tenure of our guests today is 146 years. Please welcome, from Pomeroy's Men and Missionary Stores, Michelle Fleur, from Newman Chiropractic, Shanlyn Newman, and from Surf and Ski Enterprises, Mr. Gary Brown. Come on out on stage, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Welcome. We've 146 years. That's awesome. Who would like to, why don't you tell us, Michelle, how long has Pomeroy's been downtown Mesa?
We've been in business for 65 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Shanlyn?
My father came here to Arizona in 1973 and started a chiropractic business. And he joined the chamber April of 1973. And I followed in his footsteps.
So that would be 43 years.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, just showing off. I've got one of the goodest educations I know. And Gary, tell us about you guys. How long you been chamber members?
48 years.
Wow.
1968.
That's great.
I started it when I was 26, and so I'm 56 now, so.
I'm going to double check that. well, that's awesome. Well, all right, I'm just going to go down the list here. I got a couple of little tidbits about everybody. Shanlyn, it says you're originally from Iowa.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And once you realized you were free to leave, you came to Arizona.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice, but my parents thought, we don't want to shovel snow. Of course, sunshine was the way to go. And so they made a pilgrimage to Arizona and decided this was the place my dad was going to start his practice. I'm fortunate that he did change professions. He was a funeral home director in our small town of north central Iowa. So I'm really glad I don't have to compete with my friend Mark Meldrum. So when he chose chiropractic, I grew up with it, and we, again, came to Arizona, and I started first grade essentially here. And I knew that I wanted to be a chiropractor at a young age, and followed in his footsteps.
That's interesting. That's an interesting progression in careers, to go from funeral homes to trying to help people live longer.
That's right. That's right.
That makes sense. All right. Well, good. And Michelle, tell us a little bit about the family history. I know that this is a family business.
It is. My dad, Wayne Pomeroy, started the business in 1951 in downtown Mesa. It's the oldest the Pomeroy building is the second oldest building, I believe, two-story building in downtown Mesa. And anyway, he started his business there. I came on board somewhere, I don't know, I've been there 40 years.
Wow.
Working with him. So, and he's 93 now, and just 2 months ago, he decided that he would stay home. So, but I'm missing him a lot. He's just a wonderful man. He's taught me so much, but we've had a wonderful
That's
business
awesome.
together.
And tell me again the year that he put the business downtown?
1951.
Wow.
Yes.
Did he put it there because of the light rail?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
I think that's when it started construction.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just a poor attempt at humor.
Yeah.
And Gary, how did your business come to be?
Well, my family needed something to put on the table. And so we started very small. In fact, we started in the smallest office building in Mesa. It was the only office building that was a half a number. It was 38 and a half, South McDonald. 6 feet wide and 18 feet long.
Are you serious? The business was 6 feet wide.
That's the width of the building. Yeah, it was an alley they put a roof on. And
It's hilarious.
it had very low rent, though.
Yeah.
And since then, we have moved 3 times over to Robeson, over to Country Club, and then back to Main Street. So within 3 blocks for those 48 years.
Wow.
So from that 18 by 6 to 16,000 square feet. We bought the O.S. Stapley building some time ago, and it's the oldest. I have the oldest office in Mesa, 1895. just the office. It has a gun range in it, has a lot of history. Suicide was in that room. We don't see any ghosts, but we have a good time there.
Well, a better time than somebody had. I don't know the history of that, but we'll talk later. Well, that's very cool. Let's just do a random test. By random applause, how many of you folks here have done business with any of these businesses? Random applause. All right. Now, random applause if you've not done business with any of these folks. Why? I'm totally kidding. Well, that's cool. See, that's a majority. You've done a lot of business. Well, great. Well, let's just go down the line. Michelle, tell us a little bit about why folks should. I mean, there's a lot of play. You've got beautiful. That suit back there and the tie was really catchy. Why should folks come and do business with you versus any of the other options that they might have?
Well, first of all, our customer service is amazing. We have amazing salesmen that know the products, and our products are the best, we feel. We cater a lot to the LDS community. They bring their sons in for their 2-year mission. So they'll come in and purchase our 2-pant suits. So that's kind of we're known for is our 2-pant suits, and then all the features and benefits that are added with those 2-pant suits and all the other dress clothing. But we also cater to all businessmen. We also sell women's clothing now. So that's because I decided that I wanted to be able to buy my own clothing there. So, no, that isn't really right, but. I'm from a family of 3 other sisters, and my dad opens a men's store. So, I don't know, go figure. But anyway, and so we just pride ourselves in our customer service. We had an elderly man came in just last week, and our salesman took such pride in taking care of him. He was disabled and needed a lot of help, and that's where he had tried other businesses, and that's just where we pride ourselves. And then we also do alterations. Our tailoring is in the store, and that's included in our purchase of our clothing. So that's.
I want to make sure I heard you right. Now, if I come in, you're gonna sell me pantsuits?
Pantsuits, no.
Oh, okay, because I don't look good in pantsuits.
Yeah, no. Most people don't, actually.
Well, let's not talk politics.
1 coat, 2 pair of pants.
Oh, okay, I got you. No, that's cool. That's nobody does that but you guys.
Because the pants wear out first, and so and then you've got this coat sitting there. So there you go.
That's genius. Well, that's very cool. Okay, Shanlyn, what? By the way, I'm a huge fan of chiropractic medicine. My best friend's a chiropractor.
Wonderful.
And I go to him not as often as I need to, but tell us about why people should stop in and become a patient.
Well, everyone needs chiropractic, and our office is centered around customer care, treating a patient as a whole. So structural, where chiropractic comes in to help alignments, and the physical is the adjustment part of the triad, as I call it. Emotional, we work with positive mental attitude, or PMA, and nutrition, also helping patients just to become healthier and lead a healthier lifestyle. We know, we value a patient's time, and we think we've just got a great business.
That's great.
Yep.
And Gary, I've got a note here. I should ask you about the pictures. I'm not sure what that means.
No, I don't think we should ask about that.
Wait a minute. Is that you?
How time changes one.
Wow.
Wait, time out.
Yeah, Gary.
Is that you there? In the,
That's when I was 19.
Wow. Now, Shanlyn, how long would it take you to get him back to looking like that? A couple weeks, maybe?
2 weeks.
Well, now, what was that? I'm baffled, and I'm kind of intrigued, and that scares me. What was that picture for and from? Is that just?
Well, I can't really tell you why it is up there.
Oh, I can. No, it looks like were you stunt double in some Charlton Heston movie?
I just come back from working in Canada and Montana. That's where I'm originally from.
Oh, that's awesome.
And for the summer. And that's what I looked like at that time, and this is what I look like now.
It's the same V, it's just kind of like that. Like I have room to talk. No, that's impressive. When I probably threw you off a little bit, but
No, you didn't.
At least at one time, never looked like that. Well, that's good for you. Now, tell us a little bit about your business and why should folks stop in and see you?
I think the main reason is because of the longevity. Over the years, we bought out 15 or 16 other screen printing companies, and we buy screens. And so as a result, we stock 13,000 designs of people who have dealt with us. And when they come back in, by having the screens already made up, we don't have to charge them for the screens again. We don't have to wait and have the screens made. We can do faster service by just taking those screens out, putting them on our machines, either be manual or automatic, and run it out. We had one gentleman come in right after 9/11, and he wanted to get 600 shirts for the Red Cross. This was at 10 o'clock in the morning, and 3:30 in the afternoon, we had them all done.
Wow. As we mentioned, the theme today is legacy. We've got some people in the audience that physically that are here that are maybe new members to the chamber, and then we've got people watching at home that are maybe thinking, why do I need to join the chamber? Do you have a little story on what would be your pitch? Why has your family been involved in the chamber this long, and what are some success stories you can share with the audience?
Well, I wish I had some, but my dad's always been a chamber member for as long as he's been in business. So he has felt that, we need to support the community, we need to support the chamber, and then they will give us tenfold back. And so I try to follow my dad's footsteps, and just, he's been a great community leader, and he's always felt strongly about the Mesa Chamber, so.
Well, and I was back there talking to you and looking at your clothing, and I kind of overheard a little story. There was and I won't embarrass him here. I see him, but there was a gentleman that stopped by and told you a little story. Share that with the audience.
Okay, yeah, it made my morning actually. The wife stopped by and said that she had purchased all of her son's clothing, who's in Ethiopia on his mission for 2 years, and she came in and bought all of her clothing at Pomeroy's. And what they do, we are a one-stop shop. So when she says that, that means she comes and sits on our couch and enjoys herself while our wonderful salesmen take control of everything and make sure everybody's happy. And she said the clothing is just holding up so well, and he's having a great experience, and she was just so grateful that there was somewhere to come that she could have it be so easy and make it so comfortable for her and for her son. So yeah, that we want to hear that as businesses, right? So I was thrilled about that.
That's great. Yeah. And Shanlyn, what about you? What would you...
Well, again, my father felt it was very important coming from a small community in Iowa to join the chamber and get involved with the community. And I think it's important too that sometimes we have to be nudged a little bit to participate, and recently Sally's done that for me, and I'm finding, there's a lot more here to take advantage of. I happened to mention something the other day to Linda in passing about some challenges we were having with these recent ADA parking lot violations, and Sally just took the baton and just ran with it, and she got the local businesses involved, and to alert the businesses and the members of the chamber of these challenges that were coming down, and I was really impressed. So it's a great value in my opinion.
That is awesome. And Gary, what about yourself? Well,
at the end of our corporate years is end of June, and we were looking at our inventory, and a lot of the companies, they switched the colors, they switched the styles, and so we had quite a bit of inventory left over. And we decided we would go ahead and pick a number of the nonprofit organizations that we might be able to share this inventory with. And I had gone through 4 or 5 of them, and I could see that we would like to have some more. And so I called Sally up, and Sally called me back up and gave me a number of other ones, about 6, which I got on the phone and called. And some of them were kind enough to come down and pick up things. We delivered some of them. I think the House of Refuge, we called you out there, and we still have some shirts over there for you if you want. But we were able to find a home for about $10,000 to $12,000 worth of T-shirts.
That's great. That's beautiful. We've got a little bit of time. Does anybody have any questions for these folks? Feel free, if you do, raise your hand, and we'll run a microphone over to you. If not, we'll just kind of, this is unexpected, so I'll just throw it out there and somebody can go with it first. If you do a little commercial for your business, you've kind of summed it up on why. Well, let me ask Shanlyn a question, because I know you were talking about the triad, the most important things. What do you find, every day you hear about the country is getting less and less healthy. Where do you think that falls? Is it nutrition? Is it lack of exercise because people are sitting around playing games, or is it a little bit of everything?
It's probably an accumulation of different things. And personally, I think diet is, a lot of things we have to look at is hydration, diet. When we're younger, it's easy to just keep going, have that extra cup of coffee, pop that pill to get the shoulder pain to be relieved. And then we get to a certain age and it's like, uh-oh, I've got to start taking care of myself, because the last time I checked, replacement parts haven't been perfected yet. So that, in my opinion, is it's important to kind of address everything in your life. Stress levels, chiropractic, I practice a technique with instrument adjusting. So it's chiropractic without the cracking or twisting of the body. And a lot of patients find that effective, from infants to my patient who's 100 in the picture here. And so, again, keeping proper spinal hygiene, positive mental attitude, and hydration, good food, and get off the medications if you can, if you don't need them, because of the side effects.
Boy, that true?
Yeah.
Does anybody else watch these commercials for a drug? And they tell you, you're all laughing because you know where I'm going with this. And the first 20 seconds of the commercial about what it takes care of, and the last 40 seconds is all the things that happen from that drug. Wow. I'd rather have what I've got than that.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And quit guessing what that is, by the way. Well, that's awesome. And all right, let me ask you this. Fashion is not what it was 50 years ago.
Right.
By the way, do you think, are we through with the phase where the boys wear the pants down around their ankles?
Oh, my goodness. Fortunately, that is not a part of our business, thank heavens, because that is a huge pet peeve of mine. I want to go and literally grab them and pull them up. But
I was going to open a belt store.
Yeah. We do have a problem, though, sometimes, and our salesman will have to tell the young man he'll want to wear them lower, and he'll just flat out say, this is where they need to be. We need to mark them in the correct place for the hem, and you're wearing them too low. And the mother's always, shaking her head like, yes, that's good. So he brings them back up, but yeah, that phases.
That's
cool. I don't know if it's gone, but it is in our store.
That's awesome. Actually, I had teenage sons at the time that were wearing the big baggy pants down to here, and I made fun of them, and then I realized it's borderline genius, because 20 years from now they can go, yep, I wear the same size jeans I wore in high school.
Yeah. That's good.
Now I'm wearing them up here. Well, that's good to know. So fashion comes and goes and changes, but you're more of a traditional, sharp, I think it was ZZ Top that said, every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Is that right, ladies?
Absolutely, yes.
So the ladies that are clapping now, bring your significant other or your sons or grandsons into Pomeroy's. And is there any kind of special for being a Mesa Chamber member? Is there any kind of a...
Oh, we'll make sure that you are given discounts. Yes, absolutely.
Is there a secret handshake or something?
No secret handshake. Just come in and say you're a Mesa Chamber. But we would love to have everybody's business. We have beautiful clothing. And that you're talking about fashion, but the slim fit suit, or the trim fit. You see that a lot with Hollywood. They wear the pants super, super tight.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We wish it would go away, to be honest, because we are not going to be putting them in those. But our suits are slimmer fit, and I know that matters to a lot of, slim fit men. So.
Well, I wear the Spanx, and
Okay. Real comfortable.
I just like the way it feels, but that's maybe that says more about me than you need to know. And Gary, with Mr. Spanx,
There I am.
what's the constant that's in your business? Is there do trends come and go, but you find that probably the constant in your business is customer service and taking care of...
Well, we stay right up with all of the latest catalogs. Along with the screen printing, we do embroidery, we have specialties, promotional things of that nature. I think the thing that brings people into our store is the fact that our prices haven't changed on t-shirts in over 20 years. We're charging the same price today as if you came in 20 years ago for that same shirt. However, this has been the trend here lately to go into polyester shirts, and those prices have gone down considerably too. And so having every one of my staff, and I have 12 people there, I have a great art department. He's been with me for about 18 years. My production manager's been with me for 46 years, bookkeeper for 35, another gentleman for 30, another one for 20, 18. So we have a knowledgeable staff there, and with all of the everything at our disposal as far as shirts across the nation that we can get a hold of, we have there, and we have it there usually the next day.
And the reason you see t-shirts with that, I mean, it's like a walking billboard. It's the best advertising you can do for your business. So let me know if you guys need Pomeroy's or chiropractic t-shirts. I know a guy. So, well, you know what? Another benefit that people don't think about being a Mesa Chamber member is, I'm assuming you all have cars, you all have vehicles. They probably get dirty a little bit. We have a boob every now and then. Well, let me tell you what you're in for. As being our special guest today, Cobblestone Auto Spa. Have you ever been to Cobblestone?
Yes.
You're going again. Here's a $100 detail gift card. Take your car in to get it detailed.
Wonderful.
And I'm going to pass these down.
Thank you.
And you all get a $100 gift card to go into Cobblestone, get your car detailed. It'll look like it rolled off the showroom floor. And once again, thank you very much. Pomeroy's, big round of applause for Pomeroy's. Newman Chiropractic. And Surf and Ski Enterprises. Gary, thank you very much.